Pack your bags because we are going to Porto. Also, yes, I did lose the black top for my microphone. We're just gonna ignore that. Up until 12 hours ago, I didn't even know I was going to Porto. I met a guy while I was doing the beds, and he's going to Porto, and I was wondering what I was gonna do with the 3 days that I had, and debating whether to go to Porto or to Lagos. I'm going to Porto now. I kind of already regret that decision. It was super impulsive because I met a really cute guy in the hostel, and he's staying until Friday, and I'll come back on Saturday, so we will completely just miss each other. That's really fucking sad. Also, both of my roommates are gone, so I would have the room to myself for like at least 2 to 3 days, and I could use that time to edit perfectly. But the weather is good, so I probably won't even be in here a lot anyway, so might as well just explore another city while I have the chance. I can always edit somewhere else, but I can't explore Porto somewhere else. Then in Porto, yeah, that makes sense, right? One reason why I definitely won't regret it though, and I'm not sure if I talked about this yet, but the people that know me know whenever I talk to someone and they have a certain accent, I kind of adapt to that accent. And the guy's from the UK. So I'm gonna come back with a beautiful UK accent, and I'm really excited for that. Please tell me I'm not entirely delusional and all of this will fit into this backpack. I'm delusional, aren't I? Okay, to be fair, from the beginning on, I did have this bag planned as my clothes bag. Still, it didn't fit everything, but I think it's fine with the hoodie there. I did adjust my outfit to have one less item of clothing in there, and then everything else fit in here. So we're good to go. A 3 hour bus ride later, we had a little snack and tried to find the metro station to take us to the hostel, but all we could find were these really abandoned looking railways. I was ready to give up hope, but we kept walking and finally saw a sign that led us to the metro. What? Just to get out of the metro. We're not doing that. So this is the room. This is actually the first time I've ever had a bottom bunk, so that's gonna be fun. But the exciting part is the fucking view. Can we talk about that? Like, wow. You know I'm an architecture girly, so that just made my heart beat faster. Me and one of my roommates went down to the common area and got a free welcome drink of port wine. And when I'm telling you, I found my new favorite type of wine. Then we walked across the famous bridge, which, in case you didn't know, was created by the same architect that did the Eiffel Tower. Then we got ready and joined this huge group to do a pub crawl. And you know me, I had to start playing pool very professionally. After more shots, of course, my opponent and I had a cute little mid party dinner date. After a much needed debrief of the evening prior with my roommate, we did our touristy stuff for the day and then got ready. And I just need to pause here for a moment and appreciate how cute we both look. And we went out to go watch the sunset with some live music. We also got another one of those pineapples, but this time instead of mixing it with rum, they mixed it with red port wine. And Jesus Christ, when I'm telling you, that was the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. And speaking of delicious things, for dinner we went out to this really cute Chinese place, and that was hands down to this day the most delicious ramen I have ever eaten. On the way back, we walked into this mass of people. And as a German, I would just like to say, ich finde es super, dass die CDU sich hier auch in Portugal zur Wahl aufstellen lässt. The next morning, I got a free breakfast from the hostel as a consolation prize for housekeeping literally throwing away my food. To kick off the touristic part of my day, I walked my way up to
Torre dos Clérigos,
admired the view of the church from down below, walked up a teeny tiny staircase which was an absolute nightmare for my claustrophobic ass, only to admire the view from the church from above, and then walk another teeny tiny staircase back down. Now granted, that was an uncomfortable experience, but not nearly as uncomfortable as standing in this room. And as if that whole staircase fiasco wasn't bad enough, while I was actually walking up,
Torre dos Clérigos.
I realized that this staircase was in fact not a one-way, which I don't know whose idea that was, but it was not a very smart one. Now you must be thinking, but the view was probably worth it. Well, if you remember my New York vlog, you will remember that I'm not much a person for city views from the top. So I really didn't care much at all. Went straight back down and sat my ass into the next best cafe. Literally. It was across the street from the tower. So today we will be trying a pistachio latte at Santa Gloria, which is funny. I hope I'm not gonna burn myself. It doesn't taste like pistachio. It tastes like alcohol? It reminds me of some kind of liquor, but I don't remember which one. It tastes a bit herby? Yeah, it tastes like a savory latte. I don't know. But it's nice. It's interesting. It has different layers to it. Like it's sweet but savory. I like it. And I think if I saw it correctly, they just had like the Monin syrup with pistachio. I've also never seen that, but I might buy it and do that at home because the shit is good. I just had another sip that tasted like alcohol, and I think it's amaretto that it reminds me of. Girl, don't look at me like that. Amaretto is made out of almonds, and pistachio is a nut, so do with that what you will. When I got back, the group of people was definitely still grouping, but that didn't stop me from checking out the city hall, which had absolutely lovely architecture outside and inside, and a political exhibition that I didn't understand, so I left again. As I was sitting by the reception, watching sausages get burned and enjoying a glass of port wine, I was persuaded to join yet another pub crawl, with a much bigger and much drunker group this time.
That is the funniest way I've ever seen someone hold a cigarette.
Maybe like this?
First time in smoking. No, I've smoked before. Let me do it the way I do it. I love that for you. Live it up. It's the way I do it. Don't make fun of me. You go, girl. Freedom.
One of the guys from the group and I decided to order what we thought was going to be a fun little cocktail, and ended up being a shot of tequila, a shot of lemon juice, and a shot of tomato juice, which we had to assemble into a drink on our own.
So,
Oh, that is interesting. That is fucking interesting. That is a taste. That's gonna be a struggle. You picked great.
the aftertaste is kind of nice though. It tastes like pizza. Because of the tomato sauce and the aftertaste, it tastes like pizza.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I can convince myself to take another sip because that first shit was
Yeah, no, that was.
coworkers.
It reminded me of like a bloody.
Respectfully, but that was disgusting.
It reminded me of a Bloody Mary, and I hate Bloody Marys. It's gonna be rough. I'm gonna do it though.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
You don't have to, but
That tastes disgusting.
I'm gonna force myself to try to see it through.
Cultural experience.
Exactly, you know. When in Portugal.
When in, yeah.
But I guess this
But
is
I don't think that's the Portuguese. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Portuguese.
When in Portugal, drinking Mexican drinks.
Right.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna try a second one. Maybe I was just delusional, but because the aftertaste is nice. But that first thing, oh,
Maybe something like rose on you.
let's hope. Let's pray. No.
Nope. You're not gonna do it.
Holy shit. Thank you. That is gonna do a lot, but not grow on me.
Excuse me. Do you want to order something else? Because the bar is already closing.
I'm good.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you.
You want another?
I already got it. Holy shit.
I was like, just make it a double actually.
Right? Yeah.
And then what can I say? Your girl did not wake up in the hostel. I have like 3 hours of sleep. I'm actually not hungover, but we are doing a free walking tour and I'm 2 minutes still early. I got here not even half an hour ago and now I'm out again. And that's what I did for the touristic part of my last day, because better late than never. And our lovely tour guide here at some point just handed me over his book and his microphone and told me to do the tour. And after all that education, some of the participants and I sat by the bridge and had a drink. We are gonna be trying pastel de nata with maracuja. I honestly tastes kind of the same. It's always such a bittersweet feeling to be leaving a place that you were having fun at, because I met so many great people. And the thing is, I thought, because I had already checked out and I was just gonna sit in like the reception and then leave, I could like unwind and like kind of, calm down from like all the socializing and like, think about stuff, regulate my emotions, stuff like that. But then I met two of the girls that I went out with yesterday, and it was super emotional, like saying goodbye, because like I loved them so much. They were so great, and also like one of the guys at the reception, we connected yesterday a lot, and like I don't want to leave all of these people, and also the place, like the walking tour that I did. I realized that I had missed out on so much. I wish I had done that sooner, so like I had actually had the chance to go visit and check out more places. I really don't want to leave, but I have to, like, I don't have to technically, but I kind of have to. By the way, unfortunately, the whole plan with adapting to the UK accent hasn't really worked out because the guy ghosted me. So I've ended up actually talking more with the Americans. But hey, you win some, you lose some. I already kind of Jesus. Please tell me that I'm not entirely Okay, I forgot that I had these pair of. No idea how I'm gonna squeeze into them. What?
I spent 94 euros on the hostel, 12 pounds for the bus ticket, 5 euros for groceries, 30 for my Ubers, 21 on eating out,
21, can you do something for me? 21.
11 euros on Starby, 35 for the 2 pub crawls, 8 euros for the game of pool, 15 euros for all the touristic stuff that I did, and 5 euros for Ticket to Go. That leaves us with a total number that I'm not even gonna say out loud because it's ridiculously high for 4 days, even deducting the accommodation cost.
Das war's von mir. Bis zum nächsten Mal.
Tschüss.